Good day. My name is King Charles N. Lambert, and I'm the king of the Black Wall Street, the creator of Compassionate Capitalism Economic System, and the leader of Africa's first economic war for economic independence. It is important for you to understand that the reason why you are in poverty and there's so much unemployment across our continent, Africa, is because Europeans came here during colonization and brought an economic system which is known as capitalism. This economic system is the game of Europeans, which has kept us in poverty, underdevelopment, so much discrimination, and so much injustice. What Europeans did was turn our people to hustlers and turn their own people to investors, which is why the white man is synonymous with prosperity and money, and the African man is synonymous with poverty. My leadership of this war for economic independence is recognized by governments, media, and celebrities. And the reason is because I'm the creator of Compassionate Capitalism Economic System, a new economic system that will make sure that we do not fight Europeans on their turf, which is capitalism, but fight them with a new system altogether, different from the system that they brought, because you cannot put a new wine into old wineskin. To fight Europeans, and the key way to do that is to bring a new economic system which will turn every single African to an investor, as against the system which turns Africans to job seekers, people trying to start a business as a way for them to survive. It is impossible for you to survive or thrive in this world without investment, because investment is the vaccine for poverty. But Europeans didn't tell us that. They told us to go and get jobs because we were paid slaves when they were here. Some slaves too were not even paid at all. We have remained slaves to Europeans up to today. But with this revolution that I'm leading, which is the Compassionate Capitalism Economic System, we'll be able to deliver ourselves from European bondage, which we have had for more than 70 years in our continent. What we are doing is making sure that every single African have income sources away from their individual hustle. What is important for you to get a job or for you to start a business is also more important for you to have income sources that does not depend on your labor, does not depend on your personal input. Because when you depend on your personal input, then you're hustling. While Europeans enjoy their holidays, travel around the world, and they have income coming in because they are investors. How do we intend to make every single African an investor? By turning the African buying decision to their investment. So every time you buy a product going forward through the mall called redirectmall.com, this mall is a signature part of the Compassionate Capitalism Economic System. That every time you buy a product through that mall, you will receive investment points. Those investment points are now going to be used to make investments on your behalf, and you will get real financial cash returns as dividends from those investments, which now gets you completely out of poverty, because investment is the vaccine for poverty. Now, we have a fantastic opportunity for you to experience this in real terms through becoming a shareholder of the entire Compassionate Capitalism Economic System. And you can do this by simply buying products from Redirect Mall. And right now, we're promoting a fantastic product that you can buy from Redirect Mall, which are known as Afro Design Ankara shirts. These shirts are made by local tailors, and if you purchase these shirts, you will get these investment points. Then these investment points will now be used to finish up the Compassionate Capitalism Economic System deployment, and the proceeds from that will now make you have returns as a shareholder in the whole entire system. Now, compassionate capitalism is on its last stage of implementation after 20 years of development and setting up of the structure. So right now, we're about to onboard 1 billion Africans into this new economic system. with the support of all African governments, African celebrities, African media are all on board to make sure that we deliver ourselves from this European bondage. This structure we're setting up, which will involve 1 million teachers going around Africa, onboarding people into the system, will help us onboard 1 billion Africans. And when this is achieved, this system will generate over $1 billion per week in revenues and over $1 trillion per annum in actual value. Now, you must realize that Africa right now has a buying power of $3.8 trillion. And through the Compassionate Capitalism Economic System and Redirect Mall, we'll be able to harness more than 50% of this revenue into the platform. And you can become a shareholder of Compassionate Capitalism and Redirect Mall by simply buying these anchor shares. So you are taking no risk whatsoever to become an investor of this new economic system. By becoming an investor of this new economic system, you'll be able to get a return on investment without taking any risk whatsoever. Now you have to understand that if you don't have an investment portfolio, you're bound to experience poverty. You're bound to remain in poverty. So what we want to do is to liberate Africans out of poverty. And a select set of Africans will be able to participate in this pioneer program by playing a role in the building of the structure that establishes Compassionate Capitalism Economic System. And when that system is established, generating over $1 billion per week in revenues, you as a shareholder will be receiving a minimum of $100 per month every single month for the rest of your life. And you would not have taken any risk whatsoever for doing this. Now, how does this work? It simply works by you buying the shirts on Redirect Mall. These shirts are made by local tailors with African fabric. These shirts are delivered to you just like everything you will buy on any mall anywhere. And then when you buy these shirts and receive these shirts, you become a shareholder of the Compassionate Capitalism Economic System, which is projected to generate over $1 billion per week in revenues. And being a shareholder, you can enjoy income for the rest of your life. Now, what are the terms? It's very simple. When you buy these shirts, it takes 7 days. When you order from the mall, you receive the delivery of the shirts. At the same time, you have an investment account open for you on the Compassionate Capitalism platform. Through that investment account, you'll be receiving a credit of your dividends as a shareholder of $100 per month for each share that you buy. In 3 months, you start receiving this credit. In 6 months, you start withdrawing those dividends. And then, most especially, every family in Africa is going to be empowered who participate in this project. You will be empowered because we have a fantastic part of the shares where you receive $30,000 in cash out value for family projects. So you'll be able to build a home in your village or any project you want to do as a family simply because you have the shares to Compassionate Capitalism Economic System as a whole. Now you have to understand that Europeans destroyed our continent in 3 key ways. They destroyed us economically, they destroyed us politically, they destroyed us culturally. This is called Africa Renaissance. I'm the leader of this movement for Africa's Renaissance. And this Renaissance begins by bringing a new economic system different from what Europeans brought for us, which is known as capitalism. This new economic system is going back to the ancient African way of doing things before Europeans came, which Africans called Ubuntu. Ubuntu means that we participate in our economics together. The selfishness you see in Africa today is not an African thing. It was brought here by Europeans. The survival of the fittest you see in Africa was brought by Europeans. The winner takes all was brought by Europeans. The highest aspiration pursuit was brought by Europeans. Our ancestors did not know that. They prospered as a community. We are going back to those days through the Compassionate Capitalism Economic System. And all you have to do is participate by buying these anchor shirts. When you buy these shirts from the mall, you will receive investment points. These investment points will then now turn you to a shareholder. So you're taking absolutely no risk. And then you become a shareholder. By becoming a shareholder, depending on the number of shares you buy, you will receive 1 share, 2 shares, 3 shares, 4 shares. Each share that you receive gives you $100 per month for the rest of your life. We want to use you as the testimony to prove to Africans that compassionate capitalism economic system actually works. Because right now, when you are buying those products that are made in Europe, made in America, made in China, what you're doing is that you're empowering China's economy. You're turning Chinese people to billionaires. You're turning Americans to billionaires. You're turning Europeans to billionaires. What we want to do is to make sure that Africans no longer buy these foreign products. They buy African products. When they buy African products, we turn Africans to millionaires. We turn Africans to become self-sustaining. So this is a fantastic opportunity for you to be one of the leading players in this game, to change the game from Europeans completely by not playing in capitalism, by having a different economic system which we're using to operate going forward, which is known as the Compassionate Capitalism Economic System. Now, you have to also understand that when you're doing this, not only are you helping yourself and your family, you're also helping Africa as a whole. You're putting Africa first because you're patronizing African brands, you're patronizing African tailors, you're patronizing African fashion designers, and then the proceeds from the shirts that we're selling are used to build the structure. The same way Europeans use your money when you buy European products to build their economies. We're using those proceeds to build the structure for compassionate capitalism, to take over Africa's economy, and the proceeds will come back to you. It's as simple as that. So those people who bought those shirts, which now provided the structure to establish compassionate capitalism, becomes the shareholders of compassionate capitalism. So I urge you strongly to play a role in this and order these shirts for yourself and become a shareholder. For the first time in your life, you're buying products, you're wearing these shirts, so you have lost absolutely nothing, yet you are compensated with shareholder rights to the entire profits of the Compassionate Capitalism Economic System. And the Compassionate Capitalism Economic System is designed and projected to be worth over $1 trillion per annum. $1 billion per week in revenues. So you're very sure that your $100 per month for a share and your $30,000 cash out is pretty much guaranteed through this platform. So I urge you, whoever has sent you the link for you to participate, feel free to click on the link, order these shares, log into the platform, be able to see your investor account, because our dream is to turn you to an investor. By buying clothes, you become an investor. That's a miracle there, right there. By buying clothes, you become a miracle. That is the deliverance we want to bring to Africa. So I urge you to participate in that, to make sure you don't lose the opportunity, because the shares are very limited. By being a shareholder of compassionate capitalism, through buying these shares, you'll be receiving this income every single month, and we will start to deliver from your family, from you. We will start to deliver Africa out of the European bondage of capitalism. Now, also understand that when you are paying through the link of who has sent you this, you're also helping to create jobs for African youths. So your money is not going out of our continent, it's going inside the link. The income is going to the job seekers who are helping to push this very important message. The income is going to the tailors who are making this clothes for you. The income is going to the African fabric makers who are making this fabric for you. So every single money stays in our community. And from there we bring new products and new programs and other new investment programs. With your testimony, Africans will be encouraged to redirect more products from African manufacturers, African producers, and that way we will control our economy and save ourselves from the dependence on European system and the poverty which they have brought. So I sincerely urge you to participate in this. By buying these shares, you become a shareholder. You have no risk whatsoever that you have taken, yet you are getting $100 every single month for the rest of your life, because investment is the vaccine for poverty. Investment will save you from poverty, because even when you can't work, you can't get a job, you can't start a business, your business is not working, money comes to you from investment. That is how Europeans have maintained their status quo as the richest people in the world. We want to make sure that every African household, every African person who participates in this revolution to buy Africa, to patronize African manufacturers on redirectmore.com, those people are empowered and they can prosper and see their families shine and have income and never be poor again because of this revolution. I sincerely urge you to join us to make this happen. And on this note, I'm going to tell you finally what the terms are. The terms are 7 days after you have made the order, you will receive delivery of the shares, and then your account will be opened on the platform. 3 months after, you will start receiving credit of your dividends into that account. You'll be able to see it online. Every month you see your credit on the account. 6 months after, you will start withdrawing. 2 years after, you can cash out $30,000 for family project, and is limited to 5 shares per family, not more than that, because we want to have as many families as possible receive the limited shares so a lot of our families can be empowered. Finally, please don't forget, right now is the time to put Africa first. It's the time to have our self-worth, our self-identity as Africans. So I urge you to join us in saying, Africa first, Africa first, Africa first. Economic war for economic independence. We are winning.
Vanguard News. King Charles Lambert becomes first African to propose, implement revolutionary changes to Africa's economic system. Kampala Post, Africa to become superpower by 2034. Charles N. Lambert. Nigerian Tribune, King Lambert sends strong message to enemies of Africa. Vanguard, welfare trap of imperial powers, keeping Africa from developing own economies, businesses. Vanguard, focus on politics, keeping Africans poorer. Charles Lambert. Vanguard, poverty in Africa is man-made, created by imperial powers, says leader of Africa's first economic war. Newswire Nigeria, Compassionate Capitalism Economic System, offers poverty vaccine to African families. Kampala Post, Black Wall Street emerges from ashes in 7-star Kampala event. Nigerian Tribune, King Charles Lambert announces 300 million jobs for African youths. Gistriel, Africa's leading innovator, King Charles Lambert, introduces CEO Forum. This day, African families receive financial empowerment through risk-free slots. New York headline, Resurrected Black Wall Street offers board membership to African diaspora. Chinedu Ikedieze.
Still use us as a dumping ground for all sorts of their products and brands.
Chioma Akpota.
Redirect Mall is the only place an African woman, all Africans, should shop.
Clarion Chukwura.
Africa is a big market being exploited and lampooned. Let's stop that capital flight now.
Desmond.
We are fighting for Africa's economic independence. Economic war is about brand equity and jobs, preferably both.
Ejike Asiegbu.
You and I can join hands with the Black Wall Street to not only stop capital flight from Africa, but to ensure that Africa's wealth stays with you and I. Africa first.
Faithia Balogun.
I think it is time for African women to join in this economic war.
Let's take over fashion, manufacturing, food processing, and more. We can do it. Yes, we can do it. And with Redirect More, it's possible.
Francis Duru.
One vision, one direction, Africa first.
Heartbreak.
Sell only products made in Africa by Africans for Africa.
Mercy Aigbe.
It's about time we start to promote our African brands and be proud of African brands.
Okon.
Buy African, patronize African. Shop redirectmall.com.
Salvador.
And up to $100 every month for life. We ensure that middle-class families stay where they are, no matter what.
Segun Arinze.
We have been under invasion for over 600 years, and all they do is take.
My name is Shagrace Miracle from Uganda, Kampala. I placed just withdrawals, just right here in my bedroom. Within a blink of an eye, the money has already dropped on my mobile money. My fellow Ugandans who have been having Thomasing minds in them to take up Black Wall Street because it has brought a rebirth for Africa, which everyone has been longing for. Long live King N. Charles Lambert.
My name is Mrs. Amechi Joy. I am an organic investor in the Black Wall Street. The withdrawal has started in earnest. From the comfort of my bedroom, I place withdrawal. In a twinkle of an eye, I receive an alert in my Naira account. Kudos to the chairman of the Black Wall Street. Africa first. Africa first. Economic war, we are winning.
Hello. I'm grateful being in your presence this morning. Yesterday, my account was credited with my dividend withdrawal, and today I am before you to testify that I am one of those that withdraw dividend. Just to tell you that the whole of this is real. Everything about Black Wall Street is real. Africa first.
I am one of the Ubuntu verified investors, and today I have withdrawn part of my dividend, and cash has hit my account, my bank account. Yes, if you want to see the evidence, I have it in my account, and that happened in less than no time.
Yesterday we were guided on how to cash out this money, and I tell you, it was a very fantastic experience.
Yesterday is when I got the Ubuntu verification and I made my first withdrawal. I was really happy and glad that I'm going to be part of the 300 million Africans that are going to be benefiting the 15 billion profit that has been going out of Africa.
Today, I made withdrawals from the back office, from the Black Wall Street platform with just a click. I went to my dashboard, I click on financial management, I transfer money from my investment point to the shopping account.
My name is Nelly Bakwaya Simiti and I am from Kenya. I am an excited investor in Black Wall Street community. I came across these companies several years back through my sister, and having listened to you, Chance, in Westland's Nairobi meeting, I was convinced beyond doubt that what you are talking about is real and it will come to pass no matter how long it takes. And I have just done my first withdrawal. Thank you, Chance, for enduring, persevering, and persisting as went about unfolding the vision. May God bless you abundantly. In Jesus' name, amen.
J'ai fait un retrait de mon dashboard, un certain montant, à mon compte Mobile Money. Donc, je vous encourage. We'll all get there. Africa first. Economic war, we are winning.
I joined the community in the year 2019. This evening, I have been able to transfer some of my monthly returns I receive on my returns account to my shopping account, and also withdraw some of it from my shopping account straight to my mobile money wallet in Ghana with just a click.
Today is awesome because not only that we've been receiving $100 every month on our dashboard, but right now we can even withdraw that money. I was able to move the money from my shopping account, from my return account, I mean to say, to my shopping account. Then I was able to withdraw, and it did not even take 5 minutes, and I received the alert in my bank account. Yes,
I've seen this organization grow from no website into having their own app, even having their own website. It's been growing from one phase to another. But today I want to tell you that I was able to pull out some money from my dashboard into my personal bank account.
My name is Edwin Isone from Kisii, Kenya. This is to testify of the successful transfer of the monthly returns I received on my returns account to my shopping account. Then I also withdrew some of it from my shopping account to my M-Pesa account. So I had to do this to testify. Nime-withdraw pesa ikaingia kwa M-Pesa yangu from the BWS platform.
But to right? And you know what? To be honest, just last night I was able to get some money from my back office.
And I'm happy today I was able to cash out something from my dashboard into my bank account. And I'm very happy. My excitement right now knows no bound. On this note, I say thank you to you, Charles and Lambert, the chairman.
Africa first. Africa first.
Africa first.
Put Africa first.
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 Africa first. Africa first.
Africa first.
Put Africa first.
Put Africa first.
Put Africa first.
Africa first.
Put Africa first.
Africa first.
Africa first.
Africa first.
Africa first. Thank you, guys.
Spread the word. The kingdom of the God of Abraham is here. A new world of compassionate capitalism.